Why does acting dumb work? Well, the reason for this is kind of fascinating. Think of a group of people discussing a complicated topic. One person, let's call him John, speaks up and tries to prove he knows everything. He throws around big words, facts, and complex ideas. He wants to be seen as the smartest person in the room. But what happens? The others either get defensive or stop listening. John doesn't realize it, but his need to show off makes him lose his aura. But have you ever met someone just sitting quietly? They ask a few simple questions. They nod along, seeming curious, but not trying to impress anyone. They don't jump into the conversation with strong opinions. Slowly, the group opens up to them. People start sharing more, feeling comfortable, explaining their thoughts. By the end, this quiet person has gathered all the information, leaving the room with a much deeper understanding than John. This person, they've been playing dumb. But why would anyone pretend to know less than they actually do? And this is what the philosopher Schopenhauer talked about. He believed that sometimes playing dumb is actually a smarter strategy. Think about it. When you try too hard to be smart, what's really happening? Do people listen to you, or are they just waiting for their turn to speak? Do they feel challenged or even threatened? Schopenhauer believed that in discussions, people aren't usually searching for the truth. They're trying to protect their ego. So why should we play dumb? What's the point of pretending to know less? The first reason is simple: information. When you act like you don't know much, people naturally start explaining things to you. They feel smarter, and in doing so, they reveal more than they might if they saw you as a competitor. They relax, they open up. It's like they let their guard down. Suddenly, you have access to all this knowledge that you might not have gotten otherwise. But what do you do with this information? Why keep it hidden? Here's where it gets interesting. Once you've gathered all this knowledge, you have something powerful, the element of surprise. While others think you're just quietly following along, you're actually building a deeper understanding. When the moment is right, you can make a well-informed point that takes everyone by surprise. And because you weren't trying to dominate the conversation from the start, people are more likely to listen. But why wait until the end? Why not show how smart you are right away? Schopenhauer thought it was smart to play dumb because it reduces conflict. When you play dumb, you aren't seen as a threat. The conversation becomes less about ego and more about the actual topic. People feel less defensive. You can move the conversation forward without turning it into a battle of who's right and who's wrong. I can really relate to Schopenhauer's idea of playing dumb because it's something I've done myself without even realizing it. I don't rush to prove I know everything and let others take the spotlight. People seem to appreciate that approach, and I've noticed they feel more comfortable around me. On the other hand, I had a friend who's always trying to prove something, whether in class or just hanging out. Back in college, he would constantly try to show off how much he knew, throwing out facts, complex ideas, and trying to steer conversations to showcase his intelligence. It wasn't just in class, though. Even at parties or casual meetups, he'd be the same way, but it usually had the opposite effect. His classmates didn't really like him because of this, and at social gatherings, people would sometimes avoid engaging with him because they found his attitude a bit overwhelming. This contrast taught me a lot. Whether in academic discussions or just socializing, it's not about proving you're the smartest person in the room. It's more about creating an atmosphere where people feel comfortable sharing their thoughts. That's why Schopenhauer's strategy of playing dumb makes sense. It helps ease tension and leads to meaningful conversations in any setting. How about you? Do you have a story to share? Can't wait to hear.